Okay, children, now the second part, cell cycle. One cell is dividing to form two daughter cell. There is a parent cell which divides to form daughter cells. The daughter cell further will divide to form more daughter cells. So between these two cell divisions, the sequence of events which occur. Okay, I'll repeat it once again. The sequence of events which occur from the beginning of one cell division to the beginning of the next cell division is called cell cycle. Or you can also say the sequence of events which occur in the life of a dividing cell, that is called cell cycle. I hope you've understood that. This is cell cycle. Cell cycle has two phases. One in which no cell division occurs, that is called interphase. This is called preparatory phase because it is preparing for cell division. In some books it's also written, it's called resting phase, but it's not resting, it's actually preparing for cell division. Next is M phase. M phase is a phase in which actual cell division occurs. Okay, this is the part where the cell division occurs. So M phase, that is the mitotic phase, and interphase, that is the phase where no cell division occurs. Interphase has three parts in it: G1, S, and G2. G1 is first growth phase, S is synthesis phase, and G2 is second growth phase. In first growth phase, there is formation of RNA and proteins. S phase, synthesis phase, there is DNA replication or DNA duplication. More DNA is formed here. Your RNA and proteins. G2, second growth phase, again RNA and proteins are formed. So I'll repeat. G1, first growth phase. There is first growth phase, RNA and protein synthesis. S phase, synthesis phase, again RNA and proteins. And G2 is second growth phase, RNA and proteins. Okay, RNA and proteins, DNA. S phase is DNA and G2 is RNA and proteins. Okay, S phase is very important because DNA is formed over here, remember. Okay, now cell division, formation of two or more daughter cells from a single parent cell is called cell division. It has two parts, mitosis and meiosis. There are two types of cell division. Now I'll tell you what's mitosis and meiosis. If a parent cell, single parent cell, divides to form two daughter cells such that the chromosome number of the parent cell is equal to the chromosome number of the daughter cell. Okay, so that type of cell division in which the chromosome number of the parent cell is equal to that of the daughter cell, that is called mitosis. Okay, this leads to two daughter cells. Remember, 2n means chromosomes arranged in sets of 2. So this is called diploid. This will also be diploid. Okay. Mitosis, type of cell division where one parent cell giving two daughter cells such that chromosome number of daughter cell equal to that of the parent cell. It will always be equal. Therefore, it's called equational cell division because it occurs in somatic cells. It is also called somatic cell division. Okay. Now meiosis. Now see the difference. It is a type of cell division which occurs in reproductive cells. Okay. Meiosis is a type of cell division in which one parent cell divides to form four daughter cells such that each daughter cell has half the number of chromosomes as that of the parent cell. Okay, so if this is written as 2n, that if this is diploid, this will be always be half of that of the parent cell. So if this is 46 chromosomes, this will be 23. If this is 20 chromosomes, this will be 10. If this is 50, this will be 25. So it will always be half the number of chromosomes. Remember this, children. Therefore, it's called reductional cell division. This type of cell division only occurs during sexual reproduction for formation of gametes. Yes, sperm, ovum, pollen grain, ovule. Whenever there is sexual reproduction, when two gametes are going to be formed and later fused, formation of those gametes will always occur by meiosis. Okay, so reductional cell division only in sexual reproduction. All the other cell divisions are always mitosis. Remember, what is the use of mitosis? Growth, repair, regeneration, replacement. All this occurs with mitosis. Now remember, children, meiosis is important for sexual reproduction because there are two parents involved, so two gametes. In mitosis, there will be asexual reproduction. This is always used for asexual because there is only one parent. So why do you want to make it half? There is no gamete formation. So asexual reproduction there is mitosis. Okay. So remember this, mitosis and meiosis, very important. Now, there are some, we don't have meiosis steps in detail, but I need to explain you some terms. This is only, now whatever I'm going to explain to you is only in reference to meiosis, not mitosis. Mitosis we will do in the next part. These are two chromosomes. Okay, they are called homologous chromosomes. Now, what are homologous chromosomes? A pair of chromosomes similar in shape and size, one from each parent. I told you, meiosis is involved in sexual reproduction. So, there will be two parents involved, mother and father. So, one chromosome from mother, one chromosome from father. In all our cells, we've got 46 chromosomes, out of which 23 come from mother, 23 from father. So one chromosome from mother, maternal chromosome. Other from father, paternal chromosome. So a pair of chromosomes similar in shape and size, one from each parent. During meiosis, they will intersect each other. Suppose this is, they will intersect each other. And the point at which they intersect is called chiasma. Singular is chiasma, plural is chiasmata. Okay? So they will intersect each other at point called chiasma. Okay, this is the point where they will intersect. Now what happens here? Here, there is DNA, right, in the chromosome. So the DNA, the genes mix with each other. Okay? They will be mixing of genes. And this process of genetic recombination, which occurs between the homologous chromosomes at the chiasma, is called crossing over. Okay? So homologous chromosomes will intersect each other at points called chiasma, and at those points there will be mixing of genetic material. So this is a chiasma, this is a chiasma. Okay, these are the chromatids. These two are the chromosomes. This is a centromere. Okay, this is the chiasma, this is the chiasma. At the chiasma there will be mixing of genetic material. What happens after this mixing of genetic? What is the use of this? In mitosis, you will never have variations. It will be just like the parent cell because there is no second parent. Now, to mixing kaise hoga? In meiosis, because of this genetic recombination, you will get variations. Variations means the next generation will have certain characteristic which is different from parents. So this variation, this occurs only in meiosis. Crossing over chiasmata formation only in meiosis, not in mitosis. I hope you've understood, children, the basics of mitosis and meiosis. Okay?